also have prebiotics in it too, which is what you need to balance the gut health, that bacteria in your gut, so that we can absorb nutrients. So USANA ones here are actually in a powder form, which is kind of handy if you've got an upset tummy, or if you get, my son at the moment has got eczema, he's just had a flare up. It's all stress related, so I've got him on one of these a day. So as he gets up in the morning, he has a hot water and lemon, then he has a probiotic, then he has a vitamin C, then he eats. So he's setting his gut up to refluorinate, and then when he eats, he can absorb the nutrients, and it's having an anti-inflammatory effect on his system. So this comes in a powder, you can take it, doesn't go off, and it has two main bacteria in it that we need in our gut, and these ones do not get broken down by the enzymes that are at the top of our gut. So as food goes down, we have an enzyme reaction and acids released so that we can start breaking down food. A lot of the probiotics on the market get broken down at that top end. So as it reaches the stomach, it's all being eaten up and dissolved there. It actually needs to get into the stomach where our food is going to be to refluorinate your bacteria, because we need good bacteria and bad bacteria, but we need more of the good stuff. And then as we eat, the enzymes break down the food and those nutrients go through the wall, the stomach and the bloodstream. So probiotics, it is very trendy at the moment. So just be aware, and I have got some information here. If you're wanting to get an email, we can send you the newsletter on what types of bacteria to look for. But it must be viable to the stomach for it to work. Otherwise, it's one of those products that you'll be wasting your money on. And I'm all about not wasting money and things to work.
Do you need to dissolve it in hot water? Or?
You can just take it straight like that, so powder onto your tongue, and then swallow. Which, when you're used to it, it's okay.
Yeah.
I tend to dissolve it into a little bit of water, and so I do for my son as well. So this is good for from age 1 up. So you get a lot of babies who get eczema, rashes, full bottoms, all those kind of things. Probiotics is great, and you can make it up into a paste, or you can add it to the bottle. So you have a bottle.
I have to put it in the fridge.
No, don't put it in the fridge. So it's just in that powder format, which makes it very easy. So it does have an expiry on it, but it's a long time. So this one's 2015. So they don't go off unless, once you've opened it, it's going to be released again, so it can go off.
So would you just take one of those a day?
It really depends on what you've got going on. So if, for example, you had eczema, so with my son, he's just come out with eczema all around his hairline here. He's just had a bit of a stress thing happening. So I've got him on one a day for a month, and then we'll review it. So normally, if you're just starting on a wellness program and you're wanting to get your skin into better condition, or say if you've got rosacea, which has been ongoing for a while, or sensitivity to product, you would do one probably for 5 days in a row, and then you would leave it and do maybe one a fortnight or 2 a fortnight, depending on you.
At the moment, I will take every day, every morning,
Yeah.
on an empty stomach.
Yes.
I take one of the ones that you sell here that they keep in the fridge.
Yes. Ethical Nutrients, which is one of the big brands.
Yeah.
So
And I take that because I'm allergic to a lot of foods.
Right.
I'm allergic to solicitites
Yes.
in anything, so
yeah, it needs to be. You need to look at the labels,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so this is just bacteria, nothing else. So this will be fine. So that's you. I'm allergic to a lot of. I have intolerances. So when you have food allergies, it's because our gut hasn't been serviced properly in our younger years for various reasons. And so to get it back on track, it's a long-term process, it's not a quick fix. And I think today we're in that environment where we always want the quick fix, we want it to be fixed now. Whereas this is all about long-term health. And while you can get some relief right now, as in instantly, you might get a quick response to a degree, and then you have a more slower, maintainable, and then it will improve again. So when I first started on the supplements, I used to get eczema very badly. And actually I flared up going on them because of course everything was coming out. So again with natural products, and you're going to get this with any kind of product range that's clean, your body does what we call detox. So that comes in many forms. So lots of people get skin rashes and eczema and psoriasis and other things that don't look and feel great. But it's the one way that your body can rid itself. So you've got to work with your therapist closely what you're comfortable doing and how aggressive you want to do with it. So you can go very aggressive and get it out and it'll be done. You're done with it. Or you can go more slowly. So for me, I was a beauty therapist and I had crusty eyes from my eczema. So I thought, I don't want to do this fast because it looks terrible and I can't. It's just not good. So I thought, right, I'm backing off. So I started on the probiotics and actually Fiber G, which is in your room, which is it works on again the gut, but more the colon. So it's cleaning out a lot of debris that's been sitting there, and it's working on the back end, if you like, of the gut, and the front end of the gut. Yes. So it's two forms of fibre. So you've got your soluble and insoluble, which you need both of. One sweeps, one cleans. But you also need to have fruit, and you also need to have celery, and you also need to have all your vegetables. And so it's just a big picture thing. It's not just one thing being a solution, and then it starts to clean your skin up. So you look at things on a 3-month, then a 6-month, and then a 12-month selection of time to be truly fixed of something. Okay, and then you know your body, because you actually know what it feels like to have energy, and what it feels like to have clear skin, what it feels like when you eat something and it's not quite right. You actually know straight away, and you think, okay, I'll just have some more water and I'll be good tomorrow. So, it's not about not enjoying life. It's about being realistic, but also knowing what things you can have a lot of and what things, which is fruit and vegetables and all those healthy things. And the more you have, the more you want, because you feel good, and less of the packaged stuff and things that aren't serving your body from an energy. And I always like to take it back to energy, because if you feel energized, your skin's energized, and usually your system is very happy. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.